It's cool to know that there's people out there who really get into agriculture, mainly for the fact that you might catch a weird musical performance.
For sure. Yeah.
I mean, you're a sports reporter now.
Yeah.
I don't know if you knew that.
Yeah, I guess so.
I knew you were responsible when every time you would say don't touch something, Master J would just touch it anyway.
This is never going to go to air.
The Hattie Street Boys, Hattie Street Boys, Hattie Street Boys, it's the Hattie Street Boys.
Like and subscribe.
You all right?
I'm good. I'll make it.
Yeah, man.
Hey, we're back.
We made it.
We took a week off.
It's crazy.
Do you think anyone noticed?
I hope so.
You think people were like pining away, like, what do Jamie and Drew think about this? I don't know their thoughts.
Yeah.
I think so.
Well,
I like to think that.
we're getting a lot of, some attention. People have been reaching out and saying how much they enjoy the show.
Yeah.
Ran into quite a few people in the last couple of weeks who commented on the show and how much they enjoy it.
That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I've actually met a lot of people recently that I did not know them. They just know me through the show, which was really cool. Like, wait, what? That's not what we're doing this for, but it's just one of those, like, when it happens, it's like, oh, that's nice.
Always positive.
Yeah. So what's been up, man?
Man, just taking it easy. Summertime. Doing a couple little gigs here and there, playing some music.
Yeah.
I got to play the farmers market on a Thursday afternoon about a week ago, or actually 2 weeks ago. It was so much fun. I basically made up songs about whatever the vendors were selling and tried to hype their products. So it was fun.
So you jammed about other people's jam.
Exact. And jellies.
They're selling them in jars.
Yes.
And then you made a jam song about jams.
Yes.
And it's titled, spoiler alert, Jam. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah,
Okay.
it was so much fun. I don't think the people at the farmers market were expecting a Massive J performance like that. So
I think people get into farming for Massive J performances.
Really?
I think you decide to be a farmer because you know you're going to go to a farmer's market and sell your wares, and you know Massive J is going to be there and rapping about your jars of stuff.
That's cool. It's cool to know that there's people out there who really get into agriculture, mainly for the fact that you might catch a weird musical performance.
For sure. Yeah.
I mean, that's the only reason to get into agricultural.
I don't know why else you'd get into it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so you played farmer's market. Where else?
I also got to DJ and do a gig with FestivalSouth.
Yeah. Friend of the show.
Out at St. Fabian Church, out on the west side. I played for like an arty event. There was some art stuff going on. I also got to kind of collaborate with a saxophone quartet from USM. That was kind of cool, you know?
Yeah.
Who would have thought?
You have a history of like just jamming with sax players. Cal Bogan was one at Farm to Fork last year, and now you're just you like attract sax players.
I love a good sax player. I'm telling you, there's something about it. It's just amazing how the layering that you can do with saxophones with what I do. I think it's only that's what I want to see someday. I want to see more collaborations where I can collaborate with horn players and stuff like that. You know?
Yeah, when people could reach out. It's not. I mean, you're not hard to find.
Yeah,
that would be awesome.
Yeah,
I'm for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, FestivalSouth, I saw you took a picture with Artie. He's got a new haircut.
Oh, he's got a new do, man.
It's like a buzz
A whole
cut.
new suit, man.
Yeah.
I don't want to talk about that too much.
No, he just looks good.
Yeah, Artie is looking good.
Focusing on
the bristles are looking sharp, you know?
Yeah. He's gelled up, man.
That's right.
He's gelled up now. That's what I'm saying. I respect that. I understand when somebody gets gelled up. It makes you feel better. So, FestivalSouth, I hate that I didn't get to see the play that goes wrong. I heard so many great things. It's such a talented group of people, Hub City players. Joseph Van Zant's the lead. And anytime you see that guy acting, he's also an incredible drummer. But anytime you see that guy acting, that show's worth going and seeing. It's just one of those, like me personally, got caught up doing a lot of other things. But yeah, that FestivalSouth, keep your eyes peeled because it's 2-3 more weeks. Like it's a long.
Oh yeah,
we're in it for the long haul.
It almost feels like it's all of June, but I think it ends before the end of June, but it's most of June.
Well, and you have Hub City Comedy has Sean Patton coming to the Hippo.
Yeah, comedy is involved.
And that's our guest today. We have Evan, Curry, and Ben Compton. We're gonna talk about that with them a little bit. But they're diversifying what they're doing for Festival South, always trying to give this area something new and fresh to enjoy, especially in the summer months when a lot of people are traveling kind of all over the place. Yeah, man. Me personally, I've seen a fair amount of live music recently, but mainly I've just been doing video work for the Southern States Soccer Club.
Yeah, the Stars, right? They got the club team.
Yeah, and they're in the MPSL. Great team, and it's fun to be involved. Getting to interview Carl, he's the head coach, and then players too after games. It's fun to I never wanted to be a reporter, but it kind of feels like that,
Yeah,
and
you're a sports reporter now.
Yeah.
I don't know if you knew that.
I guess so.
Yeah.
I just don't. Yeah, I never thought that was going to be a thing. But getting to do the hype videos too, like when they're training and stuff, and putting in cool music basically from my own playlist is a lot of fun. So that's taken up a fair amount of time. Also, Jag Soccer, Goalie Glove, and sock company. I've been doing stuff for them. So lots of computer work and living on the internet. But in real life, it's been fun getting to go out and just kind of hang out. Obviously, go eat at So Pro. Had a shrimp po' boy this past weekend. Noffke's doing little drops like that every once in a while. Hey, this is however long we have supplies. There's this food item. Come get it. So, keep your eyes peeled for that stuff.
I saw they were doing po' boys.
Oh, dude, it's so good. He told me, he gave me the 411 on how he made everything, how he breaded the shrimp. I'm going okay, yeah, it tastes great. The bread was legit French bread. That's what I'm saying, man. That's, Noffke's a legit chef, and they're doing stuff, even if their menu's killer, even if you don't like what's on it, or if it's not what, it's not your style or whatever, they're mixing things up all the time. So keep your eyes peeled there. And, we actually got to go see Grayson Caps.
And
Cary Hudson.
He played with Cary Hudson and Katrina Miller, and Andy Pate was playing drums, and I believe Cary's daughter was singing as well. Mm-hmm. What a show at the Hippo, the Thirsty Hippo.
Mm-hmm.
And, man, I love Grayson Caps.
He's got a swagger, man.
He's I don't know how to explain it. I just love listening to his music. It just puts me in a relaxing enjoy. I don't know. I'm just so relaxed when I listen to Grayson.
What do you do? What do you do know? You said you don't know, but you love Grayson Caps. What do you do know about Grayson Caps?
He frequents Alabama. He's down around the Fairhope area a lot. He goes down there and plays at places like the Frog Pond, and he gets around. I've actually, one time when I was in Denver, he was out there in Denver. It was the craziest thing. I was like, oh, Grayson's in Denver.
Yeah.
That dude tours around. He's awesome. For
those of you who don't know, who maybe if you don't know, singer-songwriter, he has original stuff, but some of his covers, is he based out of New Orleans?
I think he's out of the Mobile area.
Okay,
I feel bad for not knowing. Chad Edwards is one of his besties.
Yeah.
Chad from Laurel, and they tour around, man.
Yeah, the show was killer, man. Him and Cary traded basically whoever, they do a song Cary wanted to do, then one Grayson wanted to do, and Katrina Miller actually sang too. You know what? My favorite part was Katrina's husband. It's so excited that for her to play with Grayson. Because, he was just we talked about it for a minute. And I don't know, man. Once again, we talk about the events that are going on, but what makes it fun is the people. And seeing somebody so supportive of their partner like that and excited just for them, not wanting attention for themselves is that's pretty rare. That's pretty cool. So that was what really stuck with me, actually, above all else. The show was great, but also getting to see people, everybody there, good mood,
oh yeah, man,
just good vibes. Happy.
There's a great vibe there. The Thirsty Hippo. It was great to see so many people there. I ran into our friend Christy Levert, the doctor. She was there, and she's from Laurel, but she was there, and man, it was awesome to see so many people out supporting live music.
Yeah, for sure. And then there's Jake Stevens in the Trainwreck was at G&G.
Yeah. The night before, I got to see Burns and Jane. all kinds of, and the Deltamatics were playing at Hattiesburgers and Blues.
Yeah.
Live music is alive.
Yeah, it's killer. It's killer. So, coming up, man, this summer is, I think it's going to be one of our busiest summers. But we do have Sean Patton's going to be at the Thirsty Hippo. That's presented by Hub City Comedy.
Yeah.
So that's part of FestivalSouth.
FestivalSouth.
So it's a huge
he's so funny.
partnership there. If you've never seen him, he's one of those guys who gets on the mic and you're like, oh, okay. Yeah, this is definitely what you do. Like, it's just another level. The guy's just funny, and I think it's so hard to be funny with just a microphone on stage. Like, he's really good. So if you've never seen him or you need a laugh, which who doesn't, you got to check that out. Tickets you can actually get links in the description too.
Did you ever see? There's an animated thing where he was telling a story about how he was doing comedy in Baton Rouge one time, and it's this animated
and
sketch.
You can't tell the story.
Of course, I shouldn't tell the story either, but it is.
Yeah,
it's because it's animated. It is so goofy and funny. He's hilarious, of course. I mean, we just talked about it, but yeah, he's done the Hippo many a time.
Yeah,
he's a nice dude.
It'll be a good one, man. So yeah, lots to do, lots coming up. Also, Laughs for Life in July. Definitely keep. Tickets are sold out in the last It took an hour.
I was going to say, it's usually the first hour. Something
crazy like that. But that's going to be, even if you don't have tickets, just being downtown, that'll be a good night to just be down there and be around it. And we're going to be involved as well, so we're super excited about that.
I might be hitting the little tunes on the block party. Who knows?
Let's go. And then Best of the Pine Belt. We're keeping this belt regardless of whether or not we win again this year. So, I mean, it's whatever.
Yeah,
but
I believe
vote for us.
Voting starts July 4th, so just keep your ears to the ground and your eyes closed.
All right, cool. And also something else you could actually keep your eyes closed for, but definitely need your ears for, is we were on Rough Draft Hattiesburg. We were on another podcast in town. We got to be guests. How wild was that?
Yeah, we got to be guests on Rough Draft Hattiesburg, which is another podcast by
I said that.
James Polk and Holly Rumbarger. And yeah, it was so much fun talking to them. Check out the episode if you haven't. Links in the description below.
What was the difference though, like as a guest, where you're not having to entertain? I thought it was very different for me.
It was, I don't know. I feel like we talk all the time, but being interviewed, it just felt a little more like, oh, I'm on the spot. So,
It was like, for me, the biggest thing was like having to talk about myself.
Yeah.
So asking about, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so you want to be interesting, but then you also are, I don't know, it's kind of weird because I spend so much time asking people like pointed questions, like how does this make you feel, or what is this like? I thought that was the coolest thing, was just kind of like seeing how it feels to be on the other end of it.
It is interesting being the subject. I've been on a podcast before, and it is a lot of like, well, tell us, like, let's do a little deep dive. Let's get to know you. And I'm like, oh gosh, like, it's kind of awkward, but kind of fun to talk about stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and they have their award show, the Drafties, where it's like kind of counterculture. It's not, I thought it was just for music, but like they were saying something like you can nominate like best dog or something, just whatever you're passionate about.
You can literally just make up an award.
Yeah.
And I've got a couple that I'm going to make up. So I think it sounds fun, as long as it's, of course it will be like, you can't just make up anything and anything goes. It will be some sort of, some sort of vetting going on,
Yeah.
So yeah.
But so that'll be cool. That's out now, so you can actually, if you want to listen to that and hear us talk about our childhoods.
Yeah. If you want to hear us talk more about ourselves.
But that was funny too, because we were mystery guests, and so we had to I'm used to like taking pictures of everything and posting immediately because that's just culture now. But it was fun. It was fun to do. I'm looking forward to that. And what I'm also looking forward to is our guest today. We have Ben Compton.
Ben Compton.
Plus Evan Curry.
J. Evan Curry.
Of Hub City Comedy fame.
Hilarious people.
Evan does Food with Friends with you as well.
He is a friend.
And they're just homies from the block. So
Ben's good people too, man. I love these guys. They are both two genuine and hilarious friends.
Heck yeah. So let's just get them on. So after this, Ben Compton and Evan Curry of Hub City Comedy.
Hub City Comedy. Who's right next to me? Ben Compton, J. Evan Curry. Guest on the Hardy Street Boys this week. It's Hub City Comedy. In this Hub City we call home. And they're about to do an interview and talk about the stuff that they got going on. Going on, going on. Check it in. Let's start the interview.
Thanks, Jamie.
Man, fade out king.
I thought there was going to be a gunshot at the end of that.
Thank you.
That's it's a family show. So
Yeah.
No, that was great, Jamie. That was a freestyle. Every time the transitions, they get better and better. You're leveling up, and I just want to say, thank you. I appreciate you. So,
Thank you.
Yeah, we have J. Evan Curry and Ben Compton of Hub City Comedy. How you guys doing?
What's
Oh,
up,
good,
man?
man. Hey, thank y'all for having us. This is dope.
Of
This is
course.
dope. Yeah,
This
it's
is
amazing.
I'm sorry it took this long. Like we're really excited because you guys, you're funny.
Oh,
right?
Thank
You're-
you.
Thank you.
You're comedians, stand-up comedians.
Yep.
How'd you get into that? Hey, why? Why? Hey, stand-up comedy. Why?
Yeah, why did you get to where people laugh at you? Why
Yeah.
did you-
Yeah.
Why? How'd you get into that?
Man, so I don't know about Ben. When I was a kid, I always wanted to be a stand-up comedian. That was like the first job I ever thought about, right next to being a spaceman.
Yeah.
So I had to be a stand-up comedian.
Spaceman. Or
Spaceman,
comedian.
comedy,
What a
and
vast
comedy
different side
workout.
of the spectrum.
Hey, man. So I just started writing. I don't know. I wrote my first set when I was 12 years old, and then just straight up forgot about it for years and years and years. I found it recently and started going through it. It's really bad. It's about as good. It's about as good as a stand-up set that you would expect out of a 12-year-old.
Right. It's as good as you think it is.
Yeah, it's probably even less good than that.
Oh my gosh, that's funny. When you were 12, though.
When I was 12, yeah.
Jokes about don't you hate it when you forget your lunchbox? Like, yeah. That's
More or
funny.
less. More or less.
funny,
I'm
man.
glad you had direction at 12. I had no idea what I wanted to do. I was like, oh, that's
Yeah.
amazing. Oh,
What about you, Ben? How'd you get started doing comedy?
Man, I got started. I was always kind of the same way. I love stand up comedy growing up. Grew up on Comedy Central, and I joined the military. When I was in the military, everybody likes to laugh and joke and yada yada yada, smoke and joke, and so I went overseas, did that fun stuff, came home and was like, "Yo, I did that, so let's go hop on stage real quick," and I did, and it worked out pretty well. So
Yeah, man. I know both of us can say this. Like, the way we really got started, like actually doing it, was because of a guy named Jamie Arrington.
Yeah.
He's the godfather of Hub City Comedy. I owe everything I've ever done in stand-up is because of him.
Yeah.
He started up Hub City Comedy, started doing an open mic years and years ago.
where was
back
the first spot at the Martini spot?
The Martini spot? I
Yeah,
think it was
yeah.
long before I even lived in this town.
Yeah.
I came in when they used to do it up at the Neal House, the Keg and Barrel.
Yeah. I remember that.
Man,
yeah.
the Neal House used to be dope.
Yeah,
man.
it was really wild.
Oh, it was
that
dope,
was
man.
good stuff in there, man.
Yeah, Jamie Arrington. We've actually had him on the show. He actually proved himself to be the one true Jamie.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, did he?
It was
guys
a
have, like-
Did you lose?
Like
Well-
a sword fight or?
Yeah,
We don't talk about it.
it wasn't on camera, but
Uh-huh.
it happened, and
Oh,
it was
yeah.
epic. Dude.
Oh man.
But
Can we not? We didn't get any footage. at all?
No footage of this sword
no
fight?
footage, and we can't talk about
It
it.
should
This
be,
is the
it should
worst
be
day
illegal
ever.
to have a sword fight and
Yeah,
not get
I don't
footage
understand.
of it.
Like,
I think it actually is, and when we just outed ourselves, but we're gonna cut all this out.
We're going to need any lawyers just to give a call. Email Hardy Street Boys.
Michael Schemper. Please help.
We actually came to the conclusion that Jamie Ferris is the one true Jamie.
Yeah, that's right.
So there you go.
That's right.
wait, who's Jamie Ferris?
So
That-
was-
they
so
can't
it
be if I
was-
don't know who they are.
It was 3 of you in this duel.
Kind of.
Actually,
Oh.
I learned the other day When 3 people are in a duel, it's called a truel. Did you know that? Yep.
No.
That can't be true.
That is
that
true.
is not true
a
at all.
truel.
That's some trivia knowledge.
You
Yeah,
can't
that's
be
what I
in
do.
a duel if you have 3 people. Duel
Yeah,
is
you
dose.
can't. I'm
Dose?
saying that yes, you cannot be in a duel if you have 3 people. You're in a truel.
No.
Like, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and say that's never come up in my life.
Well,
but then again, I don't know. I'm kind of pro, like, bring back duels. So with Hub City Comedy, they do open mic, right?
Yep.
What's that like? Anybody can come up and...
Yeah, so it's anybody, man. We encourage everyone. The only thing that we usually try to, like, request is, like, original material, obviously. But you can come up. We usually do, like, 3 to 5 minutes, depending on how many comics there are. But, yeah, man. Yeah.
Yeah, we just moved it over to SoPro, the tap room over there.
If you haven't been to SoPro since it reopened, it's amazing.
Yeah, I've been once.
Yeah.
Have you guys been
It's
once or
amazing.
twice?
Yeah.
Maybe every now and then.
Yeah,
I've been there.
I feel like every time I'm there, you're there because you live there.
Yeah.
I feel like that's what it is.
I have a pillow there now.
Yeah. It's in the tap room?
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
comfortable. I tried it.
It's super. Yeah,
It's amazing.
Yeah,
it's amazing.
Yeah. So you have to do. So it's original material,
Yeah.
right? And
Yeah.
so I've done it once,
Okay.
right? And I just don't. That's the hardest thing, I think, is to write material and not like. I mean, if I could just go up and like quote Mitch Hedberg jokes, it
Sure.
would kill.
Oh, yeah.
But
Everybody
that's
does.
not the point.
I don't
so
know,
like,
man. Everybody says that, like, if I could just do somebody else's jokes, but also, like, everybody else has their own unique things. Like, if I do Evan's joke, it might not hit like if Evan does my joke, yada, yada,
Right.
yada.
Right.
You know, like,
Yeah.
But everybody on stage is presenting with like original material.
Yeah.
is what
Yeah,
you're
that's
saying.
what we go for. I mean, every now and again, with any open mic you go to, there's going to be somebody who gets up there and thinks that he's the only person in the world that has Twitter and is, just reading off the most retweeted tweets that he's seen that week.
Yeah.
It happens.
Yeah.
But yeah, the other people that are regulars, the people that we, like to showcase out of Hub City Comedy, been doing it for years and years. They're great at turning their own experiences into jokes.
But when we have that, when someone comes in and, like, steal jokes, then we have a truel at the end of
Yep,
open
a
mic.
truel,
So, no big deal.
100%.
Yeah,
You gotta be ready, y'all. On
And
your toes
that's
at all.
Quill.
Yeah.
How many
A
people?
quill?
Yeah, that's fine.
That's very cool,
I
of you
think
guys.
I think
That's
that's an arrow thing. Well, that's a quiver. That's a quiver. What was I
I
thinking?
think
Yeah.
yeah, that's a quiver. Is
Yeah,
what I
yeah,
was
yeah,
thinking.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
a quill is like what you write with if you're writing the Constitution.
Oh yeah, with the feather on the end from a bird, like an eagle. That's crazy, man. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's why when you use a quill, you can't change what's in it. So that's
Right,
why
right.
you use that.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
man. So what would you say to people who want to get into comedy? What was like the biggest hurdle for you, like first time you're on stage in front of everybody?
Just getting up there, man.
Yep, the
like
first
just
time,
getting
just-
up there, because you got to kind of just get through the motions first. Your first time's going to be terrible. The first time I ever touched a mic at open mic, the cord came out of the mic and I couldn't figure out how to get it back in. So I
remember that.
stood there for like 30
remember
seconds
that.
and I was talking, but nobody else knew what I
yeah.
was saying because
No.
there was no sound. And I'm pretty sure Evan had to come and put the cord back in for me. And yeah.
I think you after that you started over.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I started over.
You did
Yeah.
that
I
30
was like, let's
seconds.
run it back.
Let's run it back.
Let's go. Yeah.
Maybe give it a shot.
Yeah.
That is funny. Yeah, I feel like there's a lot of wild stories. I've heard tons of stories about your first time up there, something crazy happening. But I don't know. I think that's. Do you encourage anybody to try it? Because I know it's not for everyone.
Sure.
But I do feel like it's at least something like you should
Man,
try.
if you have any interest in it all, it's there's no reason not to. Like the worst that's gonna happen is that you're gonna stand up and talk for a few minutes and nobody's gonna laugh at you. That's the end of it. We don't, beat you up if your jokes aren't funny.
It's not like socks with
Yeah.
bars of soap. or
Yeah.
You don't
anything,
owe us money
just-
or
yeah.
anything.
Fight
It's-
Club.
Yeah.
you
We should
just
start charging for open mic.
That's
so
right.
That way we can at least make some money off
Yeah.
the mic. Yeah.
start charging people
Yeah.
if their jokes are bad.
If you bomb, you owe me $5.
Yeah, Joe Carlisle owes us $400.
Yeah.
Yeah, this better be good.
Yeah.
This better be good.
Yeah. If I have to sit here and listen to this,
Yeah.
it better
Yeah.
be good.
What do you think about like the community you have of comedians? Because I think like it's a measure of a city if you have a comedy scene, So like kudos to Jamie Arrington for starting it, but it requires everybody else to keep it alive. But what's it like having a group where you can kind of bounce ideas off of other people and like see what they're working on and how they work?
Man, I think it's dope. I mean, that's the thing. Like, especially when I first started in Hub City Comedy, dude, it was nothing but people slaying. Like, when I first got here, it was Evan, Jamie, Brittany Purvis, Mark Brooks, Corbin McDavid, like Brandon Phillips. Like, I mean, it was like the heyday of Hub City Comedy. And every night that you went up, they were bringing heat, so you had to bring heat, you know? And we still have that. I mean, to a certain degree, it's kind of, especially with COVID, the changeover has been kind of weird with, you know, starting and stopping and this and that. So there's a lot of younger kids right now. I say kids like I'm super old, but I mean, there's a lot of guys that are just starting that we are old. You are correct. Yeah,
it's okay.
Yeah. Yeah, man. I mean, it's Hattiesburg. I tell everybody, Hattiesburg is the first place, especially comedically, that I called home, and it genuinely is home. People support. People come out. And it's always great, man. Whether it's open mic, whether it's a show, whatever.
Yeah, I met some of my best friends in the entire world came just from going up to open mic one time on a whim.
Yeah.
On Monday night, I just said, Matt, I'm going to get up there and see if this works or not. And hey, that was, gosh, that would have been like 8 years ago. And
Dang, has it been that long since your first open mic?
My first open mic was in 2014.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow,
man.
It's one of those things too where I don't know. It's just like a unique thing because like we perform. I've played music since I don't even know when I started, just forever. But it's such a different animal because it's just you, and it's not like if I play drums in a song, I mess it up. Well, I messed up someone else's song. It has nothing. It's not like stand-up comedy is like this is me. Like this is what I think. This is what I feel. Like all that stuff. Like do you feel like you get to express yourself adequately through stand-up comedy?
Yeah. For better or worse, absolutely.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah,
absolutely. And I try to tell people about that too. You know, we get a lot of people that are like, oh, I can do this. I've done music. I'm used to being in front of a crowd, and that's great. It's really only about 10% is like that comfort level up there. It's weird for me because I'm kind of I'm like a shy person in normal life, and then I get up on stage and people are like, who the hell was that guy? Like, where did that come from? How do you do that so easily? And then I can't answer them because I'm shy and I'm sweating and I have to.
Well, you have to have like a different persona. You can't be like the same person on stage that you are off stage, you know.
Sure.
But the hardest thing compared to music is, I mean, stand up is a one-way conversation.
Yeah.
So imagine just sitting in this room and nobody gives any feedback. You just have to talk and be funny. But the way you get feedback in stand-up is the laughter, you know. But I mean, nobody's like, oh yeah, man, remember that one time this happened? Nobody's helping you add on. You have to add on yourself. So. You know, it's definitely also nobody's just vibing to comedy. Like you just walk in the room and vibe to some music. Like, yo, this is dope.
Pops.
This is amazing. I'm about to go in the back and get lit, but you can't do that in comedy. Like you got to sit there and shut up. You know, like So, and not everybody wants to just sit and shut up when they go out. Everybody wants to have a good time, and you're like, no, don't talk. Listen to me. Like,
definitely something. I guess we try to hammer it home as much as possible. If you go to a comedy show, we appreciate you having a good time, enjoying yourself, feeling like you're involved in the show, but don't talk to us. You ain't got to yell stuff out because it's not helping us and it's not helping y'all.
Right.
If anything, it makes the night worse for me and you, and now I hate you even more.
Right. What's the craziest heckler situation you've ever had?
Oh boy.
Oh man. So here's total honesty, and I say this, and I'm gonna knock on wood when I get up, because I don't think I've ever had a crazy heckler, like just someone who wouldn't stop or anything like that. I think silence has been the worst heckle for me. Yeah. I had a set one time I did that was like 5 minutes, nobody laughed, and it was like 200 people in the room. Nobody's made any noise other than ordering their food, and I was like, this is terrible. I hate it. I hate everything. But nobody's really nobody's like Will Smith me. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's gone that far.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. What about you, Evan?
Man, I think the same. You know, I've had some people yell things at me, but I'm already kind of a little deaf, so I can't really hear what they're saying, so I just keep rolling with it. I do know I tell a buddy of mine's story, so we can get something in this section here. Brandon Phillips, we talked about him earlier. He was doing a show down on the coast. I don't remember where, but apparently he said something that dude did not like at all, and he stood up and hucked a beer into his face.
Oh, that's right. I heard that. Yeah,
that was.
They fought. They ended up getting in a fight.
They ended up getting into a little bit of a fight, which is, you know, that's not the way that anybody wants a comedy show to end, is with fists being thrown.
Yeah,
that sounds terrible.
And B Philly can fight if y'all didn't know.
Yeah.
Well, that's good. It does seem like being a stand-up comedian, maybe not physically, but it sounds like it would come in handy. You do have to have like a kind of a hard outer shell,
Sure.
At least
Yeah,
when
yeah.
you're on stage, and like that would help to have a different persona to where you almost like turn into a different person. Like,
Yeah.
do you have a switch though? Like, do you have something that gets you going before you get on stage?
I like a
Whiskey.
switch. I don't have like
Whiskey.
whiskey. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
See, I don't drink. I'll drink like a beer, but I don't like drink before I get on stage. You know,
Yeah.
but you definitely have a switch that you have to throw on because again, it's got to be kind of a different variation of yourself.
Yeah.
You know, you do put up kind of that thick skin, or like Evan says, even if you're not deaf, you want to drown out everything because you want to get through your set. You know, and lead the conversation where you want to go, but.
Yeah, there's definitely, like I said, there's a difference between like sitting here talking with you guys, talking with your friends. There's a difference between that and the person you see on stage pacing around like a crazy person and talking about his butt and all that.
Yeah.
There's that.
Man,
they're
keeping
different
the
guys.
energy, that's the hardest thing, probably. Like the writing's easy. But
Yeah.
like, I won't say it's easy, but like the writing comes kind of natural for me. It's keeping the energy up because you have to keep that same energy for X amount of time. And then not only do you have to keep it on stage, now when you come off stage, everybody's going to want to
Sure,
talk
people
to
will
you,
talk to
everybody's
you.
going to want to this.
And they
So
wanna
you have
meet
to have that
that guy.
same energy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to meet like the bipolar Ben Compton. Everybody wants to meet the guy that was just on stage. you know what I'm
yeah.
saying? Like, you
It's
know.
fun, Ben.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
It's because there's something we call laughs per minute when you're writing something like that. This is how you keep the energy up, is the amount of times that you can say something in a minute that'll make somebody laugh. Because if you went an entire minute without saying something funny, you're done for. Like
Yeah.
it's easy to forget how long a minute actually is.
Yep. Whenever I see people like Chappelle and stuff like that, who have those kind of long breaks and laughs because they're building up to something, but they're at such an elite level, you can do that. You can
Right.
keep a captive audience without a laugh because of who you are. You know,
Sure.
you can't do that at all level. You got to have some laughs in there. You know,
Right.
So,
It's almost like an opening band versus a headliner. The opener's always louder and faster
Sure.
Yeah.
than the headliner. Like, I totally get that. It's kind of fascinating to talk about like the process and how you create and how you come up with material, because I know, like, I think it was Jerry Seinfeld said it'd take him like 6 months to get 5 minutes of workable material that he could sell,
Easily.
which is insane. 6 months for only 5 minutes is seems unreasonable.
Right.
But if that's what it takes, that's what it takes. you know?
But also look at the style that Jerry is too. I mean,
Jerry
it takes a lot to get him 5 minutes because Jerry isn't.
He's very precise.
Yeah,
And that's
yeah.
it's kind of the thing when you start doing comedy, you'll start to pick up on it a lot more. The way that the pros, the national touring guys, the way that they write jokes, you pick up on the style and see how they're exactly building a joke. And Jerry is one of the best at that. It's so nuanced and layered that you might not even pick up on everything about it. It's just, that's why they're pros. you know?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
Well, I want to get into actually like how you guys write jokes, because me personally, I just want to know how to do it. Like, it's one of those. I think that's a mystery to a lot of people. So we're actually going to play a game after this. So after this, more with Evan Curry and Ben Compton. All right. So I want to find out what it's like to write comedy. So Jamie and I are going to give you some elements of a joke, and we want to see if you can make a joke out of it. Are y'all game for that?
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Yeah, why not? Yeah.
All right, this is
Make me laugh, clown.
Really aggressive.
Yeah, wow.
All right, I've got just an element of a joke for Evan. It is Jamie Arrington's shoe game.
Okay.
Yeah. What can we do?
So this is a comedian's best friend is a pad of paper. That's where 90% of comedy is born. Is on sheets of pads of paper. Give me a second. Let me work something out.
Okay.
All right.
I feel like we're looking behind the...
Wouldn't it be 100% of everything?
Hey, man,
Because-
You're
Some
watching
people use
comedy
their
right
phone.
now.
That's what I have. It's my phone. Yeah.
You don't
I
write.
don't use a pad. I got my
You use
phone.
Siri, you dictate.
Yeah. I use talk to text.
What do you think about this?
Yo, those are dope. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh man.
That's one of the other 10% of comedy.
Yeah, I don't think
Yeah.
I don't think I can use that one.
Yeah.
All right. Jamie Arrington's shoe game, right? That's what we're talking about here. Yeah. So, if you don't know who Jamie Arrington is, you should find out. He's a good man and everything. Love him to death, like I said. Big fan of Jamie Arrington, but man's got more shoes than jokes. Dude's out there. He's got. I'm just saying. He's got serious youth minister energy. Like he's gonna have them kicks on and some cargo shorts with trail mix in the pocket. Dude looks like if Joey Fatone opened a Foot Locker.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, man.
Oh my gosh.
Man, y'all should put that on a dunk cam. Golly.
Dunk cam.
Yeah.
Oh my
It
gosh.
should just be Evan like in an MJ pose, like
It's-
he's
Hey, man,
dunking over.
I was the champion of our roast battles when we used to do it.
man.
Couldn't be beat.
Dude,
I
that's
feel like that came from a place of like that didn't come from a joke. That came from a deep down place. You've been holding that in.
Joey Fatone opened up Foot Locker. That's
Yeah.
incredible.
Yeah.
Well, that's what, dude. Okay, so that's the thing. We just gave you that, and
Sure.
you scribbled down some ideas and delivered that. Like, not everybody's able to do that. Like,
It's tough, man. Like, yeah, it's, luckily I know a lot about Jamie Arrington's shoes.
Yeah,
There you go.
Yeah. All right, Ben.
What you got for me?
I like the phrase "time to be alive."
Time to be alive. I'm gonna use where the other 10% of comedy is found, and that's on a phone because it's 2022.
We know you're just texting.
I'm texting my joke writer.
Ghostwriters.
I'm like when Drake was in the freestyle studio,
Yeah.
and he was just reading off his phone. That's
Yeah.
it.
That's it.
All right. Let's see. Time to be alive. All right. So, like it's like a big thing now for everybody. Like, what a time to be alive. Like everything going on in the world. Like, what a time to be alive. Like what a time to be alive. But I think it's like a dope time to die. Like, I just think it's an amazing time to die. Like, I'm just saying, because I think about it, like, if you died in the 1800s, like, you just got to haunt a shack with no central air and heat. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're just uncomfortable for all of eternity. But now, like, if you die, you can haunt a single family home for over $40,000 market value. It's great. It's great. It's amazing. Yeah, it's amazing. Or like a TikTok mansion with like bad bitches doing dances all day. Like now you like just spend eternity forgetting what unfinished business you got. You just in there chilling, like living a great life. Yeah. Oh, I forgot. I can't cuss on this show, can I? I'm sorry.
It's fine.
Man.
Hit that bleep
We
button.
bleep- yeah,
Go
it's
ahead and
fine.
hit it now. We'll
Yeah.
put it in later.
It's
Yeah,
cool.
is this like primetime television where everybody gets one? Like Spider-Man, you know what I'm saying? Everybody gets one.
Everybody gets
Oh,
one.
man.
All right, Evan. Want doctor's office?
Sorry.
Doctor's office.
Okay.
And
All right. Okay. Okay. So, like, I have trouble hearing already. I mentioned that earlier. I'm a little bit deaf, so it's tough. It really bothers me when people mumble at me. I just don't know what to. Like I was at the doctor the other day, and I was just getting a checkup, just a normal checkup, and he comes into the room and he goes, and I said, "What?" And he said, and I said, "Yeah, like you do when you can't understand somebody, but you're a little too embarrassed to ask what they said again." So we go through the checkup and everything, and he gets to the very end, and he says to me, I said, "What?" And he said, and I said, "Yeah, like you do when you can't hear somebody, but you've been there for an hour and a half and you just don't want to have this conversation anymore." So he gets out his prescription pad and he writes down this prescription, and I can't tell what it is. I don't know why he's giving me a prescription anyway. It's just a checkup. So he writes on the prescription pad some sort of scribble, because doctors have created this secret code language that only they can read. It's like how homeless people in the 30s used to leave marks on the side of buildings to be like, good victuals in here, or the owner doesn't like it when you sleep with his daughter, or whatever. So I had to figure out what it was. Went to the pharmacy, turned in my prescription, and I asked him, if he could tell me what it was for, and the pharmacist went, and I said, what? And he said, and I said, yeah. Sort of like when you can't understand what somebody's saying and you're pretty sure that the universe is playing a damn joke on you at this point. I sit down, wait a few minutes. A few minutes later, he waves me up to the counter. He gives me my prescription. I open it up. Hearing aids.
Perfect. Dude.
Oh, wow.
Vittles. I didn't know that you would be able to get vittles.
Vittles? Yeah.
Vittles,
I try to use vittles at least
I
once a day.
laughed at the word because I didn't know what it was, but it sounded real funny. I don't know what a viddle is, though.
I don't know. Very good Skittle, maybe. I'm not really sure.
Yeah.
That's killer.
Yeah.
That's killer. All right, Ben.
Oh, is it my turn? Wait, let me get my.
Hey, we talk about this on the show a lot. You got any material you could come up with based on antidepressants?
Antidepressant.
Not super fun. Make that funny. It's a challenge.
Some of the best
Mental
comedy.
health.
Yeah,
Right,
mental health.
right.
Feeling sad
The
sometimes.
thing I struggle with every day. Great. Let's see.
I want to laugh. Let's talk about sad stuff.
All right. I think I can do something with this. Okay. Let's see. I actually just went through this. I'm sorry. I actually went through this. This is something that this is the part of the joke process where everybody gets up, walk out of the room. You know what I'm saying? This is the best part. No, I realize like young doctors are not the doctors you want to have. You know what I'm saying? Like young doctors are tough to explain mental health to. Like I was describing my mental health to my doctor, and he was like, "Oh yeah, bro, that makes sense. It's crazy. It's kind of like weed. It's kind of like when you smoke too much sativa and not enough indica." And then he took a hit of his Juul and dropped me the pen to my pharmacy that was on file. And I was like, "Did you use my mental health to describe weed to me? I don't know what's going on right now. I don't like this at all." And then he charged me a $27 copay. And I was like, I could have just gone to the weed man for this. Why did I come to you? Jesus.
You have to cash app him.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. The copay was $20. He took the $5 off top. I was like, what is this?
If you have to cash app your doctor, that's a giant red flag.
Yeah. My street doctor.
So that was Make Me Laugh, Clown.
Just again, it's
Yeah,
very
why
aggressive.
are you
Very
so mad?
aggressive.
Well, it's like you get it.
No,
It's like
yeah, but-
it's
Yeah,
over.
All right, man.
Well, it's like it's not real. It's
It'll be a
just
quadrille in here in a second.
Yeah, I'm gonna get my quiver out.
yeah. That's when 4 people have bows and arrows.
Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta have a quiver.
For sure. Well, guys, what do y'all have coming up soon? We do have open mic.
Yes.
Sean Patton. When is open mic?
So open mic is every Thursday. We start about 7:30ish. Usually sign up starts around 7:30. We usually kick off 7:45, 8 o'clock. First comic tries to get on stage.
At Southern Prohibition.
It's at Southern Prohibition inside the event room.
Yeah, we've been doing it in the.
It's now
room
called
right
the
there.
Comedy Room.
Yeah.
At
Oh, yeah,
SoPro.
for
Yeah,
sure.
we're gonna get a whole thing made, and basically we own that room at SoPro now. They can't take it from us. It's like
yeah.
eminent domain.
Heck yeah.
Ain't that what it's called when you just like go in somewhere and you just live there?
Yeah.
No, you're thinking of Manifest Destiny.
Oh! I thought I was thinking of Vendels.
No,
Vendels.
no.
Vendels, that's right. What was the word?
You're thinking of Vin Diesel.
Oh no! You're thinking of Ice Cube and Triple X.
Oh no, Triple X. You're thinking about that movie that you and I watched on that vacation.
No, you're thinking of Road Trip.
Oh yeah. No. Okay, yes I am.
Yeah.
Well, guys. Dude, this has been so much fun. And, like, if this is any indication of how much fun open mic night is and just being a part of Hub City Comedy, encourage people to check it out, be a part of it, go try it maybe.
Yeah,
But
absolutely.
if,
Come see
for
us.
sure.
For
Yeah,
real.
come hang out.
but if not, just go hang out and be
Yeah.
a part of it. I think, once again, a city should have a comedy scene, so it's important to keep it alive. And appreciate you guys taking the time to be here and share your
Appreciate
talents.
you letting us.
No,
come in,
yeah,
man.
for
It's
sure,
been great.
man. Yeah. Yeah, which and
Happy
then
to be here.
we also have Sean Patton coming up, man. Y'all need
Yeah.
to come out to that. Y'all need to
Sean
come hang
Patton.
out with
That's
us.
the 11th.
June
Yeah.
11th.
June 11th
June
at
11th,
9 at the Hippo. Thursday Hippo.
Yeah.
Thirsty Hippo.
Sean Patton, if you've never seen him, he's
Amazing.
he's one of the best.
Yeah.
Of the best. He is absolutely, he always crushes it. Usually sells out. So
Yeah.
make sure you get them tickets pretty early. But,
Yeah.
I don't think we've ever had him not sell it. I think he's always been a sellout for us.
I think he's
Yeah.
just about always sold out. He was one of my first. I was one of my first shows was opening for Sean Patton, and it's one of the best experiences I've ever had. He's just so good, so hilarious, and he's such a down to earth, nice guy,
Yeah.
and it's You got to come to that show.
He genuinely talks to you after the show.
Yeah.
He's going to talk to you. He's going to have a conversation, and he's going to
He
want
will
to know
hang
how
out.
you've been.
Yeah.
So,
Okay, if you want tickets, the link is actually in the description below, so you can
Hey, how
buy
did you
those
make
tickets
that
right
show
now.
up
yeah,
right
where'd
there?
that come from?
It's magic.
Yo.
But hey, Jamie, can you play us out?
Yes.
Nothing's happening.
There it is.
After the show, after the show, after the show, after the show, we gotta go, we gotta go.